inviting everyone. Hey, who is that? I heard someone. No, that's me. That's fine. All right. Inviting everyone. All right, there we go. What's good, everyone? How we doing today? Let me see you in the chat. Let me know you there. Let me know who want to come up on the panel for today. See what's good. We can keep inviting people up in here. All right. What's up, Mike V? How you doing today, bro? Can you hear me okay? I got my studio mic hooked up today. I ordered a like a desk arm thing. What do you call it? Desk mount. So that's coming today. But yeah, we got the good audio hooked up. So hopefully it sounds okay. Hopefully y'all can see me okay. Beautiful. Yeah, so let's see who's up in here. I want you to see that. All right, cool. Let's get started. We'll go take a look at the charts real quick. Then we're going to do something a little different. Look at Yahoo Finance. Shoot, maybe even we go on YouTube, react to something. Who knows? Computer goes slow when I'm in the live stream, and I got everything open though. So I'm about to buy a new Mac, a Mac Studio. Yeah, hopefully that'll help things out. But yeah, for now, just bear with me. I'm gonna close as much things as I can, free up as much RAM as I can, you know. All right, so let's go ahead and share the other tab. Let's see here. All right, let's share trade and view real quick. Let's get our charts cleaned up. And y'all already know, for anyone who's been in my Zooms or like, you know, any of my private sessions or my smaller sessions, what we do is we look at pairs and, you know, we have Q&A. So that's still what's going on here on YouTube. We still getting ready for the week. It's Monday. You know, we gearing up our trading. So whatever you need for you, you need to figure that out. Whatever, you know, we can do to help, we're here to help, right? So let's take a look here. I gotta refresh, man. I'm gonna join it on my phone. Okay, so let's start looking at pairs. Let's start with the dollar index, look at some USD pairs, and from there, the only setup I showed to the group, actually we'll go there first, was CAD CHF. I did post this analysis, and yeah. Why is my browser being so weird today? Okay. All right, yeah, this was the CAD CHF setup. What I identified last week was right? This been bullish overall as far as like 4 hour time frame. If you do go on the weekly, hang on one, bear with me, y'all, because this is not letting me do this right. We definitely gonna get this, more in control, but I'm still getting things together. Okay. So here go cat CHF. Try this again. All right, so I do want to look at a higher time frame momentarily. Let's go on a weekly because here, looking on the daily, to me, it's still overall bullish, right? So I just wanted a little more context because when I seen this move last week, right, 3 days of bearish activity and Friday pulled back a bit, but we had a strong bearish dump. So let's see, that went for in 3 days, this pair dumped, 300 pips, right? That's 250 pips. That's good momentum. So what do? When I see that happen, I start to speculate where price can pull back to, where I can get that discount entry, and I look to continue. And for these setups, your take profit going to be built into the system, like, so for me right here, ideally I wanted it to pull back to this key level right here, this 76.5. I think it only went to about 76. Yeah, 76.14. And it just made its move. Looks like a little move, but that's a good 40 pips, 75, 70 pips, so that's a good chunk. But yeah, what this trade comes down to is just, for me, it's simple to identify the market direction and the momentum. So from there, it's just about getting those good entries. But I want everyone who follows me, who trade with me, who's around, to just get used to knowing what the market is doing. All right, let's take a moment because we got some people in the chat. I want to invite some people up as well. So Tony, I definitely need you up in here on the panel. Have your camera ready. I'm going to drop the StreamYard link in the chat. Okay. Giovanni, I'm glad you're back. Mike V, if y'all want to come up, go ahead and join up on the panel. Let's get it cracking. And I really would ask that y'all share your screen, share your camera, because it's just going to make for a much better experience for us, for the viewer. It's more engaging. So jump up here on the panel. Just drop the link in the chat. Yeah, Cat CHF was sick, bro. But yeah, for me, for my setup, I set these pendings at what I call the trifecta zone. Sometimes price doesn't go there. But do you think I'm worried? No, I just have to keep it moving. The more experience I gain and the more used to I get to this business, the small things don't affect me. Do I get frustrated? Yeah. Do I have bad weeks? Do I overtrade sometimes, break my rules? Yeah, it happens, right? But I'm not going to let that bring me down. I'm going to keep leveling up my trading, and I'm going to keep improving on my discipline, my setup. And how do you do that? You just show up every day. So by you being on the live stream with me today, you already taking a step towards that, right? So yeah, I agree. Cat CHF was a good one. Let me zoom out to the weekly because I did want to show that. Okay. See, the weekly gave me a little more context potentially because see now things look a little different, right? This looks super bearish, right? And this could have been daily stop hunt, or basically a weekly stop hunt. But for me, like I said, I'm not tripping either way, because the way my system is set up, the way my risk management is set up, my profit taking is designed, would already have me taking profits here, right? If I did get in around there, the take profit would be here. If it came to my pending area, first take profit would be here, right? 80, 75 pips, right? So if it wanted to fall off a cliff, do that 1,000 pip dump, that, that, what do we call it? I'm trying to blank. I can't even think of the term. Like a market crash, a big old dump, flash crash, right? If we have a flash crash, you might catch it. If not, maybe you grab 80 pips. If not, you lose 5, 10, 15 pips. So the risk management, the risk reward ratio that you have within your setup is so key. And that's why we're setting up those trades like that. All right, let's bring everyone up. Let me get Tony up in here. All right, bear with me, y'all. I never actually did hit this. All right, add Tony to the stream. Add Mike V to the stream. Yo, my brothers, what is up?
Hello. Can you hear me?
What's good, mate? How we doing?
Doing good, doing good.
What's up, Tony? I can't hear you that good. What'd you say?
I'm trying to get to work on my business. I'm having
What you on a Starbucks run, bro?
Nah, not yet. I was about to. Damn,
Hey, looking good, bro.
You can hear me?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can hear you. Look like you enjoying the summer out there.
To do speaking. Yeah, man, you already know. We out here. What's going on, though?
Oh man, just the new live stream, just chilling, getting the bros, the family up over here. That's about it.
Okay.
Cool. Yep.
Stay out of the sun.
So, any trades for you yet? I saw you took AU last week and you crushed it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. No, definitely with patience. Like I try to wait more towards the end of the week for me. Monday, I just more observe, make some speculations, and then we'll see what plays out. But it's too early for me.
How's it trading? How's it trading? Like working all the time and just having your phone on the go?
Yeah.
How is that? Oh, I was saying, like, how is it trading on the go? Like you be doing? You just out in there dropping lots on your smartphone.
I mean, I love the idea that you could I could trade whenever I want, which it makes things a lot easier. Whether I'm in New York City or if I'm with the family or if I'm on the bus or anything, like train. As long as I got Wi-Fi, I could do me.
I feel
Which is, that's part of trading, is like finding that moment when to get in, because sometimes we see it after the fact, or sometimes we're impulsive and we see it too early, and it's like just the ability to have that, to go in and out whenever you need, like definitely changes things. How about you? You in any trades today?
Nah. I agree though. That's what somebody might need to mute their YouTube. Because you're in the stream, but yeah, man. I mean, I haven't took any trades this week, but yeah, be able to. Hang on, let me see who. Let me see. Yo. Oh, okay, Tony. I think that's you with your YouTube feedback. I'm gonna mute you if you're not talking though. But we all good. Giovanni, bro, what's up?
What's going on? What's going on, man? Chilling. Can you hear me?
Yep, you sound great. Sound crisp.
All right, yeah. I don't want no feedback coming on, but yeah, man. I'm just ready. Ready every day, every single day.
Where you calling from, bro?
Florida, Miami, Florida.
Florida, okay.
Yeah,
you from there?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm a native here.
Okay. I'm in Orlando.
You're in Orlando? Oh,
Orlando, yeah. All right, for sure. There's a lot of traders here. There was a little summit, with all the big traders, Q and them. They were here a couple of weeks ago, just chilling, just a trader summit.
Dang, I want to go to that. I didn't even know they got a conference for us.
Yeah, it was legit. It was legit. So it was nice seeing everybody who just YouTube traders that all over YouTube. They came together.
You went?
No, I didn't go. I was busy handling something. So, but I was
How was it, like a live stream or something? Like how you can see it?
Instagram. Everybody was posting the flashy cars. Everybody was.
you know they was stunning at that event. All the nerds was.
Yeah.
They had baddies with them. Like,
it was,
I don't know.
Whoa, it was swole. I'm talking about. It was besides after the trading and the summit, and when they were inside the outside, there was Rolls Royces. It was freaking Ferraris, Lambos, anything you could think of. The most foreign things in the world. So yeah, it was pretty legit. It was pretty good.
It sounds like straight motivation, man. So
no, for sure.
I want to go because I feel like that'll be dope to inspire me and just to, go around people in your circle, because I've been to like sneaker or like complex con, those type of things, but it'll be doper to do something like more focused on, what we're doing. So
yeah, man,
I might gotta check that out.
Come to the city, man. You'll love the experience over here. Where you coming from again?
I'm from Chicago, but I live in California in SoCal.
Okay. So, well, over here, it's humid heat. So,
I visited one time. Okay. I was out in Hollywood, but I did like go to South Beach and chill in Hollywood, Florida. But
that was Broward. You need to come. You need to come deeper. You need to come deeper here.
Hey, but you said Broward County?
That was Broward. That was Broward County you was in.
Oh, okay. Because I heard bad stuff about that, like because of Kodak and stuff. But when I went there, I was just on the beach chilling. It was nice.
Nah, man. It was no, man. Everybody, listen. Just when you come over here, you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna have a real good time.
Do you know Lewis, the entrepreneur? He's a trader also with us, but he stays in Tallahassee.
Lewis, nah, I'm not.
Or Jonathan Kelly, he's out in Tallahassee too. But I should link you with them though, because they're part of the community. They do Forexia, they got their stuff going. They're both. So yeah, I might. I think it'll be good for maybe y'all to link up.
Nah, for sure. If you can give me the contact, I'll hit you up on Telegram. Let me know what's up, man. I'm on here every single day, just pushing it, man. That this is gonna be my job. This is gonna be my career. So this is what I'm trying to get into the habit of doing.
How long you been trading?
I've been trading ever since COVID, which was around. Well, I've been trading since 2018, but I took it serious ever since COVID around August 2020, and then COVID hit in March, but I started like diving in August 2020, and then I started taking it even more serious this past last September, October-ish. So yeah, that's how I've been. So I've been running like a year and some months.
Are you working with any specific mentors or anything, or?
Yeah, so I've been with the Golden. I forgot his name, but he's
Golden Pitch Generator.
Yeah, I had a couple.
That's my accountability partner.
Yeah, man. Yo, he's all of Forexia. I talked to Brandon a lot. And I'm with you now. And I'm just all over YouTube looking at just everybody. I like I said, I don't know if I mentioned ICT before, Inner Circle Trading.
Yeah. I learned from them too.
Yeah, all about the my son.
No, that's what's up.
My son. It's all right, big boy.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I like the fact that you point out. I like how Forexia points out traps. I like how you point out logical numbers. My fault. Institutional numbers. Your 50s, your 20s, your 80 levels. I just like the fact that as soon as price traps enough traders within a set trend, I'm in it. I'm catching that. You're not gonna stop me. So that's what's he celebrating. He's like, yeah, dad.
He gonna learn from a young age.
Oh, I have files on files. I'm gonna have a nice thick book, thicker than the Bible.
Let me ask you real quick question. So with learning from all these different mentors and jumping around and everything, how is your trading system, like your strategy, how's that coming together? Like what you do yourself?
I'm in the zone of like you see how you went into the weekly and then you're like, all right, we see this momentum, but we had this nice, dump in the process of whatever's going on. We may see bearishness, or this could be. So for me, my strategy is like 50% finished. 50% finished. It's the, I guess what I can say is it's the how can I say this? It's so hard to explain it, but strategy wise for price action, it's about 50% completed. Everything else, like my system wise, everything else for like money management, risk to reward, psychology, I'm like 70% in there, like 80% in there. It's just yeah, I don't take much trades anymore like that. And I really just sit there and I observe the market a lot. And I every trade that I take, I type it right down. I have a little breakdown of photos from whatever time frame to whatever time frame, and I rinse and repeat that, and the setups become more clear. One thing I would like to point out is when price is at a real set trend. Like, I love that. You know what I mean? There's 3 phases of the market: accumulation, manipulation, and distribution.
Right.
I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in those phases, 2 phases I like to focus on is the manipulation part and accumulation, specifically on the H4. On the H4, once we all right, we headed
I'm with
somewhere.
you. Go ahead. Go
All
ahead.
right. So once we're on the H4, basic traps are there. Like, a lot of people don't know the consistency of how basic the traps are, and before price becomes volatile again. So Golden Pip Generated, he was like, bro, he was showing me some stuff on the chart. He was like, yo, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this, and I don't like that. I'm like, he's pointing at places where, let's say we're in an uptrend. He's pointing in areas to where you can obviously tell that since people see a nice bullish momentum, he's pointing in areas to where people are always going to place those orders, and the market's going to just crash down just a little bit into it, get everybody to sell, all of a sudden, boom, prices shoots up.
Yeah.
So I like the narrative of that. If I could find and I think the simplicity of my strategy is just looking for those types of setups. And with Brandon, in the mixture of Brandon, I noticed something about Brandon, especially with the trade that he took. It was a CAD JPY trade.
I remember.
Okay, so you're gonna see right when he finished taking his profit from, he was at a 1 to 25, but he took it at 1 to 18. Boom, price just sold off. So I was like, and he only trades on the M15 and on the H1. He said that's all he needs. I'm like, this guy's trading. He's trading traps from left to right, in a sense of, even if the market has been overall bullish for about 3, because markets become bullish, like a good trend is like 3 to 6 months for me. Market becomes bullish, you know where to go. But he can trade literally in that 3 to 6 month period. As the market's bullish, there will be I call it like a large trap. So a large trap is basically, Jeremiah, hold on. A large trap is basically when the market gives you a bearish market structure going into the direction of basically just a bigger pullback. But it seems such like a huge trend. Brandon can trade that. I'm like, you know what? You got slick. I see what you're doing, dog. I see what you're doing.
Yeah, the way Brandon puts it is, if we're speculating price is gonna reverse off an area, right? Or trade into an area, then why not trade up into that area? And he'll tell you he's hybrid trader, but he's primarily a scalper. So if you have that mentality, like bang, bang, I'm gonna get out, why not? But if that doesn't resonate with you personally, Giovanni, and you want to stick to your 4 hour, wait for Brandon to close his profits, and then you get in, then that's because that's how I like to do it too. And back in the day, 2018, we just called it the safety trade from what's the guy? Market Maker Method. Can anybody help me? Can't think of his name. He'd kick his dog and drink a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
If anybody could think, hey, Mike, what's his name? Market Maker Method guy.
You talking about the let me see.
Hold on. Let me check something.
I'll draw the blank, man. But back in 2018, that's what we were learning with him, and he was, showing you with these crazy templates and ADR and TDI and all this stuff. But over time, you just start to see the structure, and basically, for what you're describing, what I do, what other traders like Human and Neo are doing, but we all kind of do our own way, is we, like we said, we identify the overall trend, we wait for the induction to end against it, and then we enter. So for me, I developed this system over the last year called Trifecta system, which uses the higher time frame, and it essentially attempts to predict where that macro pullback is going to end using higher time frame structure, things like Fibonacci, key levels, and it's deadly accurate. But you don't need to do it like that. You can wait for like what I'm looking for, or just go down on a lower time frame. Even wait for the structure to reject. So like when Brandon trade, you don't just try to catch the top. You wait for that dump to start, and then you go down lower time frame and catch it. But I think essentially what I noticed, these traders who start to realize the manipulation and start to level up off of it, or I should say start to develop a system around it, is we all kind of seeing that same structure. Where like we identify overall trend, we wait for induction against trend, and we enter at a specific area, right? And I think that's what you were trying to explain, bro. And you were struggling, but it's dead on. And you want to be able to explain your setup. Like I was telling Tony the other day, explain your setup in one sentence, like we in the elevator. And that's how you keep it simple. And it gets complicated when you start it, because we got all these bells, whistles, indicators, just shit on our charts. But by the end of it, you end up with a naked chart when you're doing it right. Maybe a couple EMAs, maybe a fib, and we all get to that point. So
you hit a spot on with the EMAs and the Fibonacci, because with the EMAs and Fibonacci, one thing that I see Brandon and all you guys use it for your own advancement to see what retail sees. So I really like, I don't use MAs for my entries. I don't use Fibonacci. I use Fibonacci, but it's a different explanation. But MAs for the most part, again, going back to the H4, it's so beautiful because you can see if we're in a nice trend, in a nice bullish trend, you can see as soon as on the H4 price dips underneath the MA, everybody's thinking go sell. All of a sudden, price snaps. And the volatility is so beautiful. Like that's why I want it. I'm in the process of actually using you can ask Brandon and all of them. I'm in the process of using an indicator called CCI, and I use the RSI.
I never heard of CSI. I know RSI.
Okay, so let's just say RSI. So the RSI can validate
relative strength index.
Yes. So everything being used, you can use trend lines. You can use as long as it's in the correct context of the market. So with the CCI or with the RSI, as soon as price gets everybody feeling like it's a breakout, everybody is feeling like we're at a level of whatever, like selling. The RSI is going to indicate to me, okay, a divergence. I don't know if you ever heard of a divergence. So divergence. So as price action takes a low and there's a lower low, the RSI is going to give me a low, higher low right there. And then I take my trade. I look for the M15, the ECR on the M15. I'm flying.
But what about how the RSI can give you those false positives though? Like, what are you doing about that? Do you those false signals?
those false signals.
Yeah.
So you have to so from what my experience has been, I've been I can give you 10 trades and only like one of them has been incorrect. And that's only because at the end of the day, I'm not the institutional guy sitting behind the desk looking at the market. But like I told you from the beginning of the conversation, if you give me a set trend, all right, let's just say you just say, Giovanni, the trend is going to be bullish for the next 3 months. The RSI used in the right context with the why it's giving
There
me
you
that
go. The right context.
right, the right
So how
context.
are you making sure you're using it in the right context? I should rephrase.
All right, so with every trap in the market, there's going to be a divergence somehow, some way. I swear to you. I have files on files of this in my computer that I screenshot. The RSI in the right context with the right set trend can deliver monstrous results, especially if the trend is going to keep moving into the direction that it wants to move before a reversal happens. So all I need to see is, and it's just an extra confluence at the end of the day anyway.
Right,
You
right. That's
don't
what I
have
like
to
to hear.
use it.
Yeah.
You don't have to use it, but it's so magical to see that divergence, especially on the H4 and sometimes on the H1, and you're like, whoa, I've seen this too many times. If I've seen it more than 10 times, I'm dashing. I'm with it.
I might gotta mess with that a little bit today because I took off all the like overbought, oversold divergence indicators a couple years ago because I was using. Have you heard of TDI before?
I didn't hear it. I never heard of TDI before.
Oh, it was just basically some dude made a indicator like that, but it encompassed like all of the RSIs and stuff, and it worked really well, and a lot of traders were picking it up. But yeah, I'm gonna revisit, bro, and just I'm always looking to keep my mind open and test new things, and I because I be preaching against RSI, but I love how you explained it, so
We
always
can
got to keep an open
if I
mind.
can if I can share my chart with you, I could send you some screenshots or whatever from like a step 1, step 5 type of, or step 1, step 3 type of steps. I can send you something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let me try. I'm like I just paid for StreamYard yesterday, so let me see if it will like let you share your screen. Let's see.
Oh wait, 1 sec.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta get re-invited back. I gotta handle something like 5 minutes, okay?
Okay, that's cool. I'll see you in a bit.
All right.
Drop down. Yo, Mike, you still up in here?
Yep.
Hey, appreciate you chilling with us, bro. How you doing today?
Always well. Overslept, so just chilling, watching the charts, sipping coffee.
Nice. What type of coffee you sipping?
It's some new brand I saw. It's a Swedish Swedish brand, starts with the G. It's not that great.
It's that grocery store budget coffee.
Not really, but I put some cinnamon, like cinnamon powder in it. It actually
Okay.
improved it. But I'm usually buying Lavazza, or however you say it.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a black package. It has a like a golden strip with like the strength of the coffee, like a golden
Okay.
or green. Um, but I wait for like buy one get one. So
So you buying at a discount? You buying low?
well, you
You
don't
buying
get
when the
rich
market
spending
down?
money.
Yeah, I'm the
Deal
same,
is a
bro.
deal.
Yeah. So you were saying I need to get some more RAM in a what's the NVMe? Is that NVIDIA?
So these are the new style M.2 drives, hard drives. So you
Oh,
have the regular hard drive, which is like the old fashioned style, like the bricks. Then you have the SSD, which is like the skinny ones.
okay.
And now there's the M.2. they look like a little stick, and they go straight into the motherboard. But the point is, they're really, really fast. So if you want a bunch of programs open up and like loading working at the same time, you want first a lot of RAM, and then second a fast hard drive. So
This computer I'm running on a MacBook Air, and it only has 8 gigs of RAM. I'm dying with it, but I'm
yeah,
looking at
well,
a Mac Studio. It has 32 gigs of RAM, and it doesn't use onboard graphics and stuff like that.
right. So one thing I don't like about Apple is that you cannot customize them very well. But if you are picking stuff, just I would recommend. Obviously, this is your decision, but like I would recommend like balls to the wall. Like just get as much as possible, and then use it for 5 years, and then throw it away. Buy the next best thing.
The next generation. Yeah,
That's at least my
I
strategy.
wanted I want a good computer with an NVIDIA card, and because I'm really getting into metaverse stuff, video editing, 3D design work, and this computer is about ready to blow up when I try it. So yeah, definitely upgrading really soon. So yeah, but I'm just happy this is working for the live stream right now. Let's go take a look at the dollar index since I got my market expert with me here, Mike V in the room. Hey, Mike, you're gonna have to turn the cam on one of these days. Gotta show the people we live.
I'm gonna have to buy one because I don't have a camera. I'm working on a desktop, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta grab you one. Grab a little webcam, old school. And,
I don't know if you remember, we were talking. What was it, like a month ago? We had one of those live streams, and I said the Dixie is going like way higher. It was under 100.
Yeah, it was like around this area.
Yeah,
we've been talking about that.
Guess what?
We knew it was going to 100, right? And yep, look at those weekly highs. They worked.
So
what you think now? You think we gonna come back down, or are we gonna work up to these highs?
Okay, so over a week ago, around the 13th, that peak that was made on the 13th. So when I saw that peak, basically next week, I expected it's gonna go down. It was just a question of how much down is it gonna go. It did drop a little bit unexpected on the 17th, and it dropped into like Asian session. So that caught me a little bit off guard, right? Because like usually you don't see like that huge of a move in Asian. So I'm like, all right, let's see what's going on, and it did a pretty good basically break and retest. So it dropped on 17th, and then pull back on 18, and then your retest is on the basically between 18 and 19th, right? That's your retest. So that was a good trade. And then the next location or area for reaction was 102.675, right? Because that's the monthly DMA for me, and it dropped just straight there, straight down, and hit it, and then bounced off. So the next logical reaction or thing that's going to happen is either a retest, so making a W and then back up, or consolidation and then breakdown, or a whipsaw, go back up, or consolidation and just drop down. So I was expecting that to happen. However, so from this week, it dropped straight down. There was barely any.
But we did
like
get the
lingering.
consolidation though, right here. You called it. Look, that's like,
Yeah,
yeah. It just
uh,
happened on Friday.
right. But if you hold on, you're on Los Angeles time zone, right?
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
What time did I switch to?
Yeah. Hold on.
We could do New York
Okay,
though.
I'm going on your time zone. So
Mm.
if you look at, I'm looking at the 1 hour chart. There is a 8 o'clock on the 22nd. There's only like 4 candles that are sitting on that zone that I wanted, and they're really really small candles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I expected a little bit more of a movement, but it didn't happen. It just 4 candles and then straight down.
Right.
So what I'm expecting now is a slight push up and continuation down, right? Unless I see multiple large green candles past 102.7. If I see large green candles breaking past 102.7, I think it's going back up.
Right. You think they just trap down here and we go
Yeah.
up? Right.
However, right now, I do think it's going to go slightly up and then continue down with the next possible area of reaction at 100.45.
Why?
So,
Because you're DMA?
yep. So if it's going down, I think it's going down to 100.45.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and then if it comes back up, it's definitely going to come for this liquidity. But
Oh, if it's
um,
going up, it's going like it's blowing the highs.
right. But we could see it even come just like here to that previous level and use it as a retest as well.
Right.
But I think we just need to kind of chill on this because it's not as clear right now, right?
Well, Mondays I usually don't trade, so I'm just gonna let it do whatever. And my usual quote unquote work day is 2:30 a.m. Um, Eastern time, and I work till like 10 to 10:30 a.m. So basically, when I get up tomorrow morning, I'll figure it out.
Let me get Matei up here. Stay up here, bro. I just want to get Matei in here too. Oh, but yeah, what I was saying is like this looks like a little exhaustion too, because like yeah, we got that weekly zone and it's just been pumping along. So even if they want to continue up, like I speculate this got to dump a little more. Like maybe we get some news that spikes something like you're saying, but to me it's showing signs of exhaustion and potential bearish activity, at least for right now. So um, I'm with you, but I always want to be careful around these times because I don't want to be trying to go against the trend because like you said, like this been buying up for over a year, and just because I see a couple bearish weeks, that doesn't mean I want to assume the overall trend has changed. However, what's going on now is that bearish momentum. So that's why I would personally try to find a potential sell opportunity. Or I like what you said, like, you said like if it's gonna come back up, we're gonna see some strong bullish candles, like something like that. So if that were the case, I would wait for that to play out, and then just get in on a retest. But yeah,
Yep,
let's actually look
I
at some
agree.
pairs.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So kind of just
Uh,
letting the market dictate what's going to happen.
yes, and that's why I always use a stop loss, and it's fixed percentage. So if I'm wrong, I know how much I'm losing, and that's that. And you know, that's the casino principle, right? 51% of the time you're right every time.
That's the casino principle. I never heard that.
Well, who was oh, I have his video. I took it from Forex. Yeah. What was his name?
What's up, Mateo? Where your
Mark
cam at?
Douglas.
Cam up, bro. Sorry, what'd you say?
Douglas, right?
Mark Douglas. Yep, that's the
So
goat.
what he said was, um, basically every chance you take, every trade you take is independent from the previous one. So you have no idea which one is the winning one. So you have to take every single setup that you see, and you have to know that at the very minimum, 51% of the time you'll be right every time.
Right.
So
You got to have that edge,
yeah,
but just understanding that these are random outcomes, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, have a solid stop loss, and R&R is at the very minimum 1 to 3. So in the long run, you're making money.
Mm-hmm. If you sticking to what you're doing, if you're not raising your risk when you lose, pulling your stop loss back, all that stuff. If you stick to it, it's gonna work. And if you find it's not working over an extended period of trades, then you need to look at your system, right? And go back test it more. Maybe you need to make adjustments and improve your edge.
Yep, and that's where experience comes.
Mm-hmm. And we all hit that point, especially when we learn about the boogeyman in the market manipulation and the market maker, and then we like, oh, I know the market maker does this. He stop you out here. He go here. You just buy after the stop hunt, and then it's like, okay, but price went past the stop hunt. It made a second leg. It's and then you have to refine and figure out why this didn't work, and just keep improving. And we do get stuck on our growth, but we just keep finding a way. But yeah, the casino principle for sure, because it is going to be a random outcome. We are essentially gambling, but we just managing our risk, and it's like we can count cards in the casino and they don't kick us out, but that don't mean you win every time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely got kicked in the teeth when I started trading. I remember trying to it was a NFP, the non-farm roll, Friday, right? And I was trying to sell, and it kept on buying. And I remember it hit me like 4 times, and I was like, okay, I need to stop, because like $1,000 in 30 minutes.
I'm sorry to laugh, but it just
Well,
reminds me of me. Like, I'm just remembering when Euro USD did that to me a couple years back, and I was
I
like,
mean,
I
it
got to
was a
make a
learning
change.
experience, right? Like you have to get kicked in the teeth once in a while, you know. So
It
it was good.
sucks. It sucks, but you have to, man. And your ego gonna feel so little because so I think it's good to humble us and just put us. And I don't want to make this spiritual or religious, but you got to remember, like, you're not in control of anything, man. Like, you don't control the market. God, the market maker, control this, and we are just here to observe and participate. And yeah, we not market gods. We don't control anything. We can align ourselves with them, But yeah, just remember in that order. until we, buy our own banks and become the real market makers. So,
Yep.
oh, so Peter said that it was Steve Morrow. We couldn't think of the OG Steve Morrow. Kick your dog, drink your Diet Coke, market maker method. I'm not sure if you ever watched that program. Did you?
I do believe I watched some videos. So when I first found actually I found Forexia on YouTube, right? So I did sign up for the Forexia training, and I do believe I watched some videos from there, but that was like a while back. Right now, my strategy is based on uh, DMAs, basically a blend between you, GPG, and Brandon. All mashed together and mixed up.
It works. I mean, me and Human learned from Brandon, and we just kind of made it more our own. And me, I'm more institutional with it. Like me and you, we looking at the DXY, we observing. Brandon
Yeah.
just chilling on the 15 minutes. So, and he giving you the way to manage your system, because that's how I learned. The whole 10 pips or die mindset. That's what helps your trading survive, because it sets up your system in a way that you can incur several losses in a row. So I think like that helped so many of us. And then, Human took EMAs to a whole new level, and he has, which is interesting, but also he has Fibonacci. He made his own Fibonacci system, which is crazy. Can't even explain it. I don't know if he can even explain it. But then, me, I'll use my fibs for Confluence too. So, we all kind of find our way. And I know things are clicking for you because just like your confidence in market direction, what you believe the market is doing. You don't seem to just move with the wind, but you take into account other people's knowledge. So let me ask you this, and then we'll go look at gold for Aslam. How has your trading been going, bro? Have you been profitable, consistently profitable, struggling? What's going on?
Recently, it's been good. So for the past, I would say, 4 months, I'm finally like consistently profitable, whereas previously it was like up and down, up and down. Um, uh, I did see a change in the market, like after COVID, like the markets, the way they behave did change. So it took me a while until I adjusted to it. So there was a lot of like trial and error and a lot of loss. But it was a process for me that I had to go through. And now, for example, the 10 pips, I would love to have 10 pips stop loss. But as of right now, I very, very rarely can allow 10 pip stop loss. So I'm up to 20 pip stop loss with adjusted risk, right? So profits are a little bit lower, but I have more successful trades. So on the
That's what all
overall,
that
when we
matters.
total it, yeah, I'm making more money.
Human do 20 pips too.
Yeah, yeah, and sometimes he does even more. I think I've seen him at 30 pips. Um, but it's
Especially
okay
if we're
because
trading these higher time frames.
yeah, but I think that's fine because the more money you make, the more money you make, right?
No, like you
And
said,
it
you don't
snowballs.
take a trade unless it has a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio. That's it right there.
Yeah, yeah. So patience and dedication, I think, will eventually pay off. So that's where I am. But going good because I end up walking out of my job like 2 months before COVID hit, right? And I was like, should I look for a new job? Like, what's going on? And then, oh, look, lockdowns. Like, nobody's working. So I'm like, well, that's a perfect time to learn something new.
Is that when
So
you started learning, or you were doing trading already?
it was so I started uh summer 2019,
Okay.
and the funniest things, like I've heard about trading, like obviously, right? But I have never like thought of trading as something like serious, because for me trading was like, oh, you buy stocks and then you keep them for like 40 years, you know what I mean? That so I'm like, I don't have like $10 million to park in a bank for like 40 years, right? And then retire off that. I don't have
Right.
that kind of money. As a matter of fact, I'm a immigrant. I'm originally from Bulgaria. So when we came here to the United States 15 years ago, I mean, we ran out of money. It was not pretty, okay? But we made it do, but with like nowhere near, rich. Um, so anyway, we get this flyer, like a old school flyer in the mail, right? About a trading school here in Orlando, right? And it was a free seminar with free dinner. And my father was like, free food, let's just go. Like all of us, why not? So we did go. And
I'm gonna just say it sounds like a scam out the gate. Like they're gonna try to get you to sign up for a $2,000 course. But
well,
go ahead.
funny that you should say that. They did get sued last year for misrepresenting. Anyway, so we go to this place. They have a nice office and everything. We sat down with about 30 people, and the guy is like, who here wants to make money? I mean, obviously, like, duh, everyone, yeah, I want to make money. So he's like, watch this. So he's trading ETFs, right? And he clicks something on the computer, and he's like, all right, now we wait. So he's just jabbering about. 15 minutes later, computer goes ding, and he's like, oh, I just made $1,500. And we are like, holy, like, how can we do that? So that was the hook, and it was a real hook because he was in the real market. Like, this wasn't like a pre-recorded thing, right?
Okay.
So that was the hook, and man, it was a good hook. So they offer various courses, and it's 20 grand each, and there are 8, I believe. So we're talking a lot of money. So my father decided to sign up for 2 of them.
How y'all broke, but you got 40 grand laying around? You take out a credit card or what?
Yep. This is
Okay,
America,
continue.
baby. Everyone lives on credit,
You're gonna get rich and pay it right back. So
right? That was the hook. That was the hook. They're like, don't worry, we're gonna give you like a mortgage payment, right? And that was the hook. And we got, and I told my father, like, that's way too much money. We cannot afford it. Because at that point, we did have some savings, but like, dude, this is like more than our savings. Like, what are you doing? Because at that point, I was not convinced, right? Anyway, he did it. And I'm like, well, I can't stop you. It's your money. You're my father. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do? I'm just going to go along with it. So 3 months later, we went through or he went through the whole thing because this was per person. So the 20 grand is per course per person. So anyway, but he's like feeding me all this information. So I'm like, I don't know if this makes sense. Let me just try it. And that system was not working for me because that stop loss was between 50 and 150 pips. And
what
I'm
was the
like,
take profit?
oh, it was based on levels. So it was either 1 to 1. It was varying between 1 to 1 and 1 to 5.
Okay.
But most of the times it was like 1 to 1.
Okay.
But at that time, I didn't know better. So I tried the system because we got money to make, man. That's a lot of money. And it was like working, but it was like 50-50, right? It was
It
like
must have
working
been
one day
support
and then it wasn't
resistance.
working. Sorry, what was that?
I'm gonna guess it was support resistance.
No, it was something along the lines of there are institutional orders in particular locations, and you are trying to find the location and then place a pending order and hope it goes the right way.
Oh,
It boils
interesting.
down to that, like more or less.
Okay.
So a few months down the road, I'm like, I don't think I can do this because I wasn't planning to do this as a job, right? This was kind of like a hobby, but I'm like, it's very inconsistent. Yeah, it was Online Trading Academy. Yeah, that one.
Did they get
Um,
you too, Bork?
So I
So,
started looking for more resources, and I found Forexia on YouTube.
but
And I started
wait. Let
watching
me
the
ask you
video.
one question though. What's up with your dad? Like, is he still trading, or what happened?
So after finishing all the things, he actually did not trade just because he was working and just you know I don't know. I He wasn't trading basically, but he started trading late last year, and I don't want to get into it, but
Okay.
I'm
All right. I was just
let's just say
curious.
that he's trading without stop loss. I know,
I'm gonna
I
send my
know, and
prayers, bro. You
yeah.
talk. Hey, if you want, I got a free one-on-one session for your dad anytime. Let him know. I got this mentor. He's a young dude, but he knows some stuff. Shoot, get that
Well,
free one-on-one.
I don't think you have talked with old school Bulgarians. Like, have you tried to convince a brick wall to move? Because
I wonder does online trading academy be targeting immigrants because I know those type of
oh
companies that
no no
target.
no, they're targeting old people, like
Oh, okay. I knew
retirees
they
or right in
target
front
a
of retiring.
minority group.
No. They're like, we don't discriminate. We're gonna take everyone's money.
Bork said he went for the free dinner. But
So
thanks, man. Go continue your story. You were telling like I cut you off when you said you found Forexia.
so I found Forexia. I wasn't sure because I was already, you know, invested in this other thing. But I'm like, you know what, this other thing is not working. So let me just give it a try. Plus Forexia was like way cheaper. So I signed up and I was watching videos probably like 12 hours a day. It was just like all day in front of the computer, just videos nonstop. Because Forexia has a pretty extensive library.
Mm-hmm.
So it took a while until it like clicked because like you get like information overload, right? So it took me a little bit to like simmer down and like actually absorb the information and realize the logic behind the words. Um, but like once it clicked, I was like, wait a minute, this is like way better. And I just kept going on, with Forexia, and then I found GPG. I found Brandon. So my first mentor was like Brandon, right? So I went to Brandon first. I I binge watched everything he had. Um, then I moved to GPG, and then with you, and it was just a process. It's been a process, and now here we go. I no longer pay for Forexia, um, but I'm in the GPG group. So currently working on basically my strategy. I'm trying to like crystallize it. So, but
I
it's
think
good.
you went in a good way though. I always send even people that want to learn with me or learn with me, I send them to Brandon. Even to this day, like I'm a mentor. I should want your money to sign up with me, right? But if I know you're in where you need to go work with a certain mentor, I'll send you there, right? Like when Mark was teaching a lot of new students, Mark English, I would send anyone who I thought was ready for trap trading to him. Especially, it's like I learned trap trading somewhere. I could teach you my iteration of it. But I always like to send you to the source, the master. And I think Brandon is great. Brandon Abbas, Ekada Trading, check him out. He'll be on this stream. He said he's gonna jump up one of these days. But yeah, like we were talking about the risk management, the simplicity of the system. And so I think it's good that after such bullshit that you guys started with, you got to Forexia and you started going in the right order.
Yeah, me too. I'm because like, you know, when I left my job, I was 13 years, right? And I was really invested into it. And it, like, for me, that was it. Like one and only, right? I know it's a bad way to think about jobs, especially if you're not like the one that owns the place.
Right.
But I was really invested in my job. But like, it went downhill, and it physically hurt. It hurt me to walk away. So I'm so very glad that I found Phyrexia, and I had this basically plan B.
You have something you can invest in yourself in, because like you said, it's not your company. Anything can happen, but everything you invest in your trading, those 12-hour video cramming sessions, they won't go in vain, bro. You know?
Yeah, because like once you invest the time, like the markets will change, but like when you're in the flow, it will be much easier to like change direction or adjust whatever it is to get into the new flow, because they're
Be like
fractals,
water.
right? Yeah, exactly. It's a fractal, but it's a confined fractal. It's only two dimensions. It either goes up or down, right? Um, so once you're in it, it will be so much easier to like just move about and like adjust. So the more you train, the more you trade, the better you will be. So right now, I actually because like when I was trading initially, I was like, I'm gonna sleep 5 hours a day, and then the rest of the day I'll be in front of the computer, and that was murder. Okay, that was bad. Like I would
I've been
trade
there.
all sessions, right?
You end up
And
crying in a room. Like, what did I do?
it was so depressing, right? Like I wouldn't see humans for like 3 days in a row. Um, but now I'm down to basically 20 minutes every hour between 2:30 and 11, and then the rest of the time is like I get up, go exercise, do something else, whatever.
Yeah, I think it's part of the growth. Like it's hella unhealthy to be on the charts like that, but I think we all go through it, and it's integral to our growth. Like where you just go through a super obsessed phase with this stuff. If you, for all the people that stuck around in trading, who I think are not going anywhere, they go through that where they're just so obsessed. They might not, like me. I didn't sleep, bro. I stayed on every session. And my logic was, I'm a new trader. I need to experience every session, every candle,
Yep,
everything.
that's exactly what I told
Even
myself.
Asian session, I was told never to trade Asian session. I said, so I'm going to sit through Asian consolidation just to understand it. And I got the understanding, but it did, cause some trauma, like just the obsession and the not sleeping and blowing some accounts. So what I say is, if you go put yourself through that, is you just got to make sure you come out the other end, because a lot of people don't. They might just say, you know what, screw this, trading is not for me. They might blow money they shouldn't blow. Like maybe they have 50K, maybe they start pulling out of their retirement, things you shouldn't do. So very, very thin line, man. A lot of people blowing their houses and stuff on this
You
stuff.
know what? Sometimes trial by fire, man. Like plus you can't have all of us being trading. It just it is what it is. Like from my personal experience, I knew quite a few people. I was 13 years working in that company. I had a lot of friends in like various places, various positions, and I wasn't shy about like what I was doing on the side. And I told them, it's like, hey, there's this thing, there's this company called Forex here. Explain the process. Da, da, da. Everyone's complaining about not having money. I was like, why don't you just give it a try, right? And they're like, yeah, 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 I'll give it a try. I'll give you a call. Let's make a Zoom. This and that. And like, no one, not a single person, actually went through. And I was like, you know what? Have fun being poor. I mean, what can I say? Like, good luck. If they don't want to save themselves,
Yeah, I always just say, or what I'll tell people, they're like, yo, L, like, let me get down with that trading. I'm trying to invest. What's up with Bitcoin? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, y'all, trading is simple. All you got to do is put in 10,000 hours of work. You say, what?
it is so easy, right?
Yeah. And if they not willing, and but that's honestly with anything. You want to be a master chef, you want to be a master at Call of Duty, and be a world-class gamer, you got to put in them 10,000 hours. No way around it. But yo, let's go ahead and we will talk all day, Mike. I think I'm gonna have to make a short clip about your story.
Sure.
And then put it up there because I think that was a good one about the so.
But, no pain, no gain. Like sometimes you just have to walk over the coal. You have to burn yourself. It's part of the process.
Part of the growth. But I just warn people, don't burn your flesh off and then I don't know, you don't have skin anymore. Like try your finger over it, you can whatever. This analogy sucks, but some people are just blowing everything they got and doubling down and then losing their wife and like managed risk. Don't risk your wife and your life on one trade, so, and that's
See,
why I
this
always
is
tell
why I'm
people.
glad I got with Brandon, because his tough love, like 10 pips or die. Oh, that's so good. I mean, that advice is like priceless.
Mm-hmm. Even if you move it to 20, it's just the concept behind it,
Yeah.
Yep. Because like you said, even your own father won't trade with a stop loss, and he's older than us. And like I would imagine like we're adults, but when we look at our elders, we're like, you should know about risk management, so it's something that it's like common sense. Not everyone got it. And you have to have it in this market, because I even remember when I first started learning trading, one of the I wasn't even trading. I was going to some website called like freeforexsignal.com, bro. I just Googled it and
Well, that sounds like a scam.
They would just put it'll be like stop loss here, take profit here, entry here. They just gave you free signals, but they never worked, I don't think. And it was the thing where it'll be like 50 pip stop loss, 30 pip take profit. And common sense will tell you, bro, that's stupid. What are you doing? But I didn't even get the risk management part of things. So, I mean, we all go through it, but it's about, how we gonna learn from it, quit making the same mistakes. So, but yo, let's get back on the charts. And let's go ahead and look at gold. I know someone wanted us to check it out. If you want to jump in or add anything, it's going to maybe mirror DXY, which we looked at. So potentially.
Well, I do not trade gold. But
Take a look at it. Let's just analyze, see what we see.
So let me see something.
Okay.
There's
Well, first on top, we gotta stay gold is bullish, right? It's bullish. Been bullish since as far as this chart can go back. So is gold a good investment? Is gold a good hedge against inflation, things like that, market crashes? I think so. Should we day trade gold for buys or sells? That's another question, and that's what we're going to visit because, yeah, it's a bull market, it's bullish, but we're trying to day trade and get in, get out, or at least a week. And even this market is bullish. This was 1,000 days, 1,600 days of bearish activity on a bullish market. So that's where when me and Mike talking about be like water, go with what the market is presenting. That's what you do. And also Mark mentioned something. I'm sorry, I call you Mark. Mike mentioned something. He gave a time frame. He said, if it's been trending for 3 months, I think that was you, or maybe it was Giovanni, but you said 3 months, 3 to 6 months. So
No, that was Giovanni.
that was Giovanni. So
And I do agree. By the way, I kept quiet because I didn't want to interrupt, but I do agree with what he said. And it comes down to what is your time frame preference? Because like I want to trade on day-to-day basis. So for me is it's good to know like the overall trend, but I do want to know like this week what's happening this week in the frame of between 3 to 4 days.
Mhm.
And I know that I'm not gonna keep this for like 2 months, right? Like I'll
Right.
be in 1 day, 2 days, maybe 3 days, and then I'm out. So I
Right.
don't. So I want to know if I'm going into an induction or I mean that's a valuable information, but I do want to know on a week time frame. So 30 minutes, 1 hour, that
And
kind
I
of stuff.
will say, like, with the way we trade, and we enter a setup, the previous low, the previous high, going to be give us 1 to 3. Excuse me. At that point, we move to break even, close half, trail, whatever we do. So if we can get away into a trade, we would just get what we can and then let the market dictate because maybe it wasn't an induction and maybe it was a big trend reversal and we happen to catch that trend reversal. So yeah, I just want to mention that point. But yeah, on gold, I am seeing, it looks like, people could draw a nice trend line. See, I'm seeing trend line taps revisiting. So this could be like another pump off this trend line. Let's go on a 4 hour. Yeah, see, not like a super aggressive shift, just kind of trap some sellers here, inducing buys, not letting anyone out. There's some liquidity up there. Came back to that support term, made it resistance. So like we were saying, like, you could be the support resistance trader where it pays out here, so sometimes it works. Down now, playing off a trend line. To me, honestly, it looks like we could still be bullish, like even in the short term. And this was more so an induction. But what I don't like is this isn't an aggressive shift, really. So
I think it's consolidating right now.
yeah,
It's a macro consolidation. Because like all the DMAs are getting together, and I
family
can.
meeting.
I'm sorry, what?
Family meeting.
Right, family meeting. And I can see a zone at 1842 point. What is this? 33. 1842 points. Like between 4 and 6, there's like a zone, and there's another zone, 1870. So I do believe that it's going to bounce between those two. There is a major DMA which is at 1870, and there's another major one at 1884. I don't know. Gold is a little bit tricky because there's a lot of stuff in the, like, it depends on a lot of different things. So
but this definitely don't. I don't want to say definitely, but this don't look like what we call a valid M to me. Like as far as like the trend overall reversing for me, but like I would like something aggressive like that, and then I could, be certain. Not to say this won't fall off a cliff, but yeah,
I don't think the gold is gonna fall like a lot. I do think that if the gold goes down, it will be as an induction, so
yes,
just to trap people, and then it will like pull back up.
right. But I think this is like a buyer trap. Like at the end of the day, So I mean that's strengthening what you say, and like they're not done selling this off, at least for right now. So with that said, what did you always say? You look for the overall, you want to trade with the trend, right? So we want to look for a daily structure that aligns with buys. So we'll just, wait for accumulation. Maybe not that long, but wait for the lows to get taken out. And if you feel froggy and you think you can catch that, or just wait for the clear signs of bullish momentum. Maybe get you a micro daily structure, get up in that move. So yeah, like I said, I say buys, but currently we're seeing sells. So wait for the corrective daily structure for more buys.
Yep, I agree.
Okay. Wow, we've been going for an hour and a half. Okay, we'll kind of shorten it up. Let's just see where the chat's going on. Peter said they're in Euro GBP buy, ECR buys. Let's just go take a look, see what they got going on. If I can find it. 1 second.
Well, that looks good. When was the entry though? I would like to know.
Where'd you get in, Peter? If you're still in there. If you're still in the chat. I don't see it. Structure that is to buy.
There was a break and retest at 5 a.m. But yeah, there's no structure.
Oh, I see. But yeah, maybe, you've seen this bullish impulse, probably went to like 50% of it. Let me just test something real quick. Okay. So I see what they saw. I just don't like EG. It's so tricky for me, man. The structure of it doesn't agree with my eyes. But solid trade. Do your thing. Manage it accordingly, family. I definitely don't like all this. But boom, get the pullback. If price comes back to the previous high, it's 200 pips. Depending on your stop loss. Okay. All right, let's keep it moving along. So Giovanni, you back up in here, bro? Oh, Matt, I wanted to answer your question. You said, would I consider a gaming PC? Yes, that's what I was looking into. I was looking on Amazon and I seen a Lenovo that was only like $1,000 or a little bit more. So I've been thinking about gaming PCs, but I'm so like such a Mac user, like Apple Watches, MacBooks, iPhones, and all that. They, they kind of be, man. But I also used to just destroy my PCs when I was younger. So, but yeah, I've been looking. If you got any you suggest, if you could shoot me the link, because I'm about to drop that money. Okay.
You know what? If you want a gaming PC, there's a website, digitalstorm.com. These guys build like custom computers. They're a little bit on the
Sounds
pricey
pricey.
side, a little bit, but it's good stuff. And if you want to invest the money, I I recommend going with them, especially with the parts shortages going on right now and the scalpels. You that might actually be whatever you would pay otherwise. But if you're Apple user, then I mean can't help there. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm on their site now. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna take a look after the stream. Thank you, bro. Okay. Okay, we can kind of, call it. We're gonna be doing more and more of these, and we starting to get panelists on the show, people that you're gonna be seeing more regularly. So I appreciate you, Mike. I appreciate you, Giovanni.
I missed
Uh,
everything.
Glad you caught you caught the tail end. We were talking about you a bit because we were talking about those macro direction, waiting for the pullback. But yeah, Mike was kind of telling his story, and we didn't look at many pairs. We looked at gold. We looked at the dollar index. That's kind of about it. And oh yeah, Peter said he got in on a 15-minute time frame. So beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. So y'all got anything to add? Anything to plug before we go ahead and call it a session?
Back test, forward test. Work on really zooming in and looking for that unique specific setup that takes your eye before you take any trade. And don't be upset if the trade goes wrong, and don't be happy if the trade goes right. Feel accomplished that you followed your rules and you waited for the setup.
Yep. Back test. Don't give up. Use stop loss.
Back test. Don't give up. Use a stop loss. Beautiful. All right. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Giovanni. Let's get into it later this week. Either probably Wednesday. So if y'all are available, not too busy, I'll be dropping the link.
For sure, man.
Sounds
All
good.
right, y'all. Have a great one. Peace out.
You too.